Our day started in Thermopolis, Wyoming, just finishing up at the hot springs and all excited to head on over to Yellowstone National Park. We knew that Yellowstone National Park is an amazing, beautiful place and expected a very amazing, beautiful flight, although a slight detour to start the day, driving actually to the wrong airport. So we found our way to this old abandoned airport, which is the old Hot Springs Airport. It was closed on Garmin Pilot. There's some random ram thing just kind of galloping around across the runway. It looks like it's in good enough shape to me to land on.
Totally doable.
Yeah, so when Steph navigated on Google Maps to the airport, this is where it brought us. Not the right airport where we parked our airplane. We don't know where that is. It's like 6 or 7 miles from here. But this is totally doable, and I really want to know why they closed this thing because it looks totally landable and super convenient, and there's a golf course nearby. It looks like they've turned some of these hangars just into, like, I don't know, golf course maintenance places, and there's the old fuel pumps. It's just so sad to see old airports. But I guess it would be kind of inconvenient to land and have that thing right in front of you when you're landing. Go get him, Sia. Go get him. If you go get that thing, you're going to be a Sia shish kebab. That's what's going to happen. I guess now it's just the deer and the antelope and rams that get to gallop up and down 5,000 feet of runway.
Where the deer and the antelope sing.
So we talked to a local, and the word on the street is the FFA, as she called it, or the FAA as we know them, basically shut down the airport, or more likely they didn't really shut it down. It didn't really meet runway length requirements or obstacle requirements or something like that, so they probably stopped giving them federal funds to maintain it, and instead gave them half the money it took to build the new airport, which is like 8 miles from here, a little bit west of town, where there's not so much obstacles that you have to clear. So this is a really awesome place. I'm super bummed they closed it. I would have loved to have come out here and landed here. I think it's still totally doable for us anyways. Like, I don't see why not. So yeah, I guess that's just kind of how things go between, you know, local residents not liking airports and I guess the FFA or the FAA getting more strict with what sort of safety requirements they want to give you funding for your airport. I guess we're kind of losing airports around the country, which is a huge bummer. So
that darn FFA.
Yep, I don't know what to do about them.
Yeah.
Just don't know what to do, but you know what you could do is you could buy a bunch of land, you know, like only like 40 or 50 acres, and open up your own strip and add it to the chart, and we can have our own private airports that don't have to comply with any of that stuff, and we don't have to take FAA funding, and we don't have to follow any of their rules then. So we can have boats and RVs and all that sort of stuff at our airports, and that's exactly...
And drones.
Yes.
Is really what he means.
Well, that's exactly what we hope to do in the future, is save up some money, buy some land, 100 acres, 500 acres, whatever it could be, in the middle of nowhere, put it in a runway, and we can have our boats and RVs and airplanes and dirt bikes and motorhomes and all that stuff without worrying about the FFA or the FAA or whoever it is that's trying to rain on our parade. So anyways, enough ranting, on to Jackson Hole. After getting the GPS set up for the right Hot Springs Airport and finding where we did park the plane, then we got back into 62 Delta to cruise on over to Yellowstone National Park, which is actually just opening for the season.
Alrighty.
We'll get an updated briefing en route since we are officially about 3.5 hours late. Final looks clear to me.
Okay. Hot Springs traffic, red and white 170 entering runway 23, departing westbound Hot Springs.
Steph and I really know how to waste a day. If you ever are wondering how best to waste a day, just call us up. We'll let you know how.
Just ask us.
We're really good at it. Solid 3.5 hours late, and yeah, the winds have picked up a little bit over there, so we'll definitely be calling the briefer en route, make sure it still looks doable. Either way we're going, so.
Oh. We are very tail heavy. And we are in the lungs. Yay.
Yep, 1,200 ground roll. But it's a long runway for a reason. It's got a 4,000 runway remaining. We have to circle a little bit before we... Oh, I guess there's a lower-ish part over there, but we may have to circle and climb before we can head on route. Sunshades were the best idea ever. Thanks, Alan.
Of course, John takes the solid one.
Hey, the pilot needs to be able to see.
Was quartering tailwind also.
Taking off that runway.
Yeah.
I think the downhill probably outweighed that, though.
Yeah, but that's just We had a long roll.
Yeah. Well, we're heavy. We're full on fuel.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you think about following this ridge and maybe getting some lift off of it?
Like, what's...
Just on route, we got all that red.
Yeah, we got plenty of room. We can still see farther up what to do.
Okay. See about an updated weather brief. Might be difficult to get out here. 22.4 maybe? Casper radio. Casper radio, Cessna 29er62 Delta, transmit receiving 122.4 over the Whirlwind VOR.
And aircraft calling Casper radio. I believe I heard November 2962 Delta, was that correct?
Yeah, that's a tough tail number. Yes, sir, that's 29er62 Delta, currently about 25 miles to the west of Orland, en route to Jackson Hole today, and looking for a standard brief. Going at an altitude, I'd say about 10,500 is our planned altitude, and about an hour and a half en route.
And November 2962 Delta, if I understood correctly, you're looking for a standard brief?
Affirmative. He's like, oh my god, you're gonna make me say all that?
Yeah, really.
Well, it's been a while since we got the last briefing,
Yep.
man. He's like,
And November 2962 Delta, roger. I do have AirMet Tango for moderate turbulence below 14,000 for you along the route of flight. That is it for adverse weather. No TFRs, no adverse NOTAM synopsis today. It shows high pressure throughout that route of flight. Current conditions out of Orland are winds automated 040 at 6 knots, 10 and clear below 12,000, temperature 24, altimeter is 2994. I don't see a cloud on the satellite picture. As you get over to Jackson, currently winds are 210 at 8, 10, clear below 12,000, temperature is 14, altimeter 3014. No pilot reports, area forecast, sky is clear. Destination forecast into Jackson Hole 210 at 10 knots, gusting 18. Visibility is more than 6. View clouds at 6,000. And your winds along forecast along that route 9,000, 260 at 9 knots, 12,000, 270 at 16 knots. Checking NOTAMs for you out of Jackson. Looks like wildlife hazard, sage, grouse, northeast side. Probably one ALS is not standard. I do have an unmanned aircraft surface to 500 feet, about 5 miles southeast of the airport. Details available upon request. And that's all I have there.
okay, that works for us, and that's all. Thank you very much, sir.
And November 62 Delta, roger that. Altimeter out of Warland is 2994.
2994, 2962 Delta, good day. So do you want to do the south route? I thought it's kind of the same either way, because we're going to have to cross all this stuff eventually.
Well, if you look over here, looks like we're gonna have to go way up there to get.
Just going right direct is fairly low, right? We have 10,000 is the highest, and we have, what's another altitude?
I mean, just south of like this red stuff. Like, I'm not saying all the way around here. I'm just saying there.
All right, no TFR still. Nothing too exciting. Be a little gusty when we get there. Woohoo, loving 1,500 feet a minute while it lasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just waiting, like, I don't really want to fly over to if it's still red, you know, I'd rather circle and wait till it turns, you know, yellow or green.
So the park is technically open year-round, but many of the roads do close, and on the third Friday of April is the first day of the year that it's really open to passenger cars driving through the park. And the coolest part about this is being one of the first ones into the park, you are not going to deal with nearly as much traffic as you're going to see there in June, July, and the peak summer months. Anytime you can go to Yellowstone National Park and see more bison than people, that's going to be a good trip. The weather was super cooperative, beautiful blue sky day, certainly getting a little bit warmer out now as we get into later months into April, which was wonderful t-shirt weather, but did make for a few bumps as you see those puffy little cumulus clouds forming out in the distance, and we're getting those nice updrafts, which were actually quite nice and helpful, given that we're flying at such high density altitudes. The ground here is very high above sea level, it's a little bit warm, the air is very thin, and we need all the lift and help we can get to get our very heavy Cessna up into the sky by and on over towards Jackson Hole, Wyoming for the short drive from Jackson Hole, then on over to Yellowstone National Park.
All right, time to absolutely freeze just in the name of getting really good footage for you guys. It's gonna hurt.
See what he does for you?
See what I do? Oh my gosh, it's cold. It's 27 degrees outside right now. It is freezing. Okay, don't drop the camera.
Don't drop my camera, please.
Other information for the Northwest region available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact. Do you have information Alpha? Jackson Hole Tower, information Alpha, 2155 Zulu, wind 210 at 12, weather better than 5005, temperature 14, dew point -1, altimeter 3011. Expect ILS Zulu approach, landing and departing runway 19er. Hazardous weather information for the Northwest region available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact. Do you have information Alpha?
Okay.
Jackson Hole Tower, information.
Got everything you need?
Yeah.
Information Alpha.
Yeah, so say you click right here, you can drag it
Oh, by clicking the ring, you gotta click the
until
ring.
the airport shows up.
Got it, nice. We starting on down?
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we are initiating our descent.
You gotta cover your...
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, your captain speaking, initiating our descent to Jackson Hole. Shit's about to get real. What do you think of that?
Thank you for flying SIA Airways.
Thank you for flying with Sierra Maria Airways.
Please enjoy your complimentary dog treat as you deplane the aircraft. Wow, this place is incredible.
Yeah.
Holy crap. This is cool. Oh, moon set tonight. We cannot forget.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm excited. Sorry.
yes, the moon is setting. Or
The moonrise.
Moonrise. Moon's
8:39. We have to be at the airport by like 8:30 or 8:15, really.
it looks cold. I just changed into a tank top and shorts because I was dying of heat
Yeah.
over Thermopolis.
Yeah, and it looks not warm here at all.
Not at all. I think we're already in Alaska, it looks like.
Yeah. We're at 11.5 and it's 32. We're going down to 6, so we got 5. It's gonna be like 50-some degrees down there. What did the ATIS say? Didn't catch it.
It was in Celsius anyway. Who knows what that is?
No, never mind. Any Canadian viewers might be able to help us out with that, but
I mean, I grew up with Celsius,
yeah, and you forgot.
but I forgot.
Yeah. It's basically 15s, 59 standard. 30s hot.
Divided by 5, add 30 or something like that.
Yeah. 30s hot, 40s really hot, and 0's 32, negative 40 super cold. Those are the numbers I know.
I know that in the 20s it's okay. Once you get below that, it'd be
Less than enjoyable, yeah. Anything less than 30 Celsius is jacket weather by Florida standards.
Jackson Tower, Cessna 296 Delta, 10 miles east. Be inbound with Alpha for runway 19er.
Number 2962 Delta, Jackson Tower. Enter a left base to runway 19er. Report turning base.
Left base 19er, report base 62 Delta.
Wow, that's so cool. Oh, I want the other camera right now.
God, I miss this view. Not that I've ever seen this particular view, but the mountains. And Jackson is at an altitude of 6,451. Okay, so the airport's right behind this little mound. I want you to get pictures out when I'm turning of the mountains there.
Okay. Pictures or video?
Picture, both. Tower, 6 to Delta. If it's alright with you, I'm going to do a long final so we can get some pictures here.
Number 62 Delta, approved as requested. Report 3 mile funnel.
Report 3 mile final, 6 to Delta.
Wow, the air is like so clear. So we're so high, the airport looks so close right now, but it really isn't.
Yeah.
But it totally looks like a lot closer than 6 miles.
Now I see what all the fuss is about.
Why we had to come to Jackson Hole?
Well, I mean,
Steph, if I'm trying to take pictures.
okay, I am going to get some with the phone, so relax. Plenty for all of us. Alright, I'm going to do this so I can lift up the wing here for you.
Okay.
Moving to
Go back to flying. Try to lift that wing again for me.
Alright, I'm going to get lined up on final. Okay.
Cool. All good.
6 to Delta, 3 mile final.
Number 62 Delta, runway 19er, clear to land.
Clear land 19er, 6 to Delta. Can I get a wind check, please?
Wind 21013.
Copy, 6 to Delta. It's like the Canadian paint jobs.
These funny dashed lines. Nice job. Rolled it right on.
There we go.
Who wants to go left today?
Little Delta. This place is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh
Aren't
my
you glad I
God.
picked it out?
Yeah.
Didn't I
Sweet.
do a good job?
Yeah, Tower 6 to Delta is clear at Alpha 3. Just taxi to the FBO.
November 62 Delta, taxi to park via Alpha. Welcome to Jacksonville.
Taxi via Alpha. Thank you. It's beautiful here.
Tower closes at 0300 Zulu or 9 o'clock local.
Gotcha. We were going to come back tonight and do a little photography air work. Is it possible to get a landline just to coordinate with you guys? Because we're going to be doing some kind of weird flying off to the east.
Is that going to be after 9?
No, it's going to be starting right around 8:30 and going probably till about 9:30, just until we get the moon to come over the mountains.
You can use our advisory frequency after the tower closes, but you wanted a landline for the tower?
Yeah, just to the cab, just to let them know what we're going to be doing, kind of give them a little route before we get airborne.
Well, it's going to be me in the tower tonight. If you just wanted to call me on the frequency, I don't think it's going to be very busy. The last couple weeks, after about 7, we've had one arriving regional jet pretty much this entire week.
Cool, we'll let you know tonight when we get back up.
And we made it to Jackson Hole.
We have this awesome rental car, despite having rented one from Avis via Priceline. This is from Enterprise because it became very apparent once we got to the airport that we had to take a shuttle to get to Avis. That was like 12 miles away. And when we were calling them to try to get the shuttle, no one would answer. And after like 12 phone calls, we finally figured out that, well, they're probably closed until the one commercial flight a day comes in to Jackson Hole in like 5 hours. And we didn't really want to wait for that. So we had to rent another car, and now we're gonna go drive over to Avis in our cool rental car.
We're gonna try to get our money back.
Pretty much. That's the game plan. Although this sweet rental car, yeah, we actually just had to stop and get air put in it because, yeah, it was low on air on one of the tires.
Oh well.
Yeah, Steph spotted the sketchy little air hose out back of this gas station. So I think the game plan for tonight is to go do some crazy epic flying around the mountains when the moon comes out. Jackson Hole Airport. And the Lord said, let there be lights. Anytime. And the Lord said, let there be lights. Really, Steph? Really? There we go.
Hey.
There we go. Gonna leave our mark. Flight Mike Alpha is officially in Idaho. Oh, and I just broke off the Aleutian Islands. Not good. There we go. We're good. We've got to leave our mark in Wyoming.
So John had the car as a step stool, but now he expects me to figure out a way to get up there.
Yeah, you've got that rusty, stable, whatever guard.
Oh, they peeled the stickers off.
Oh no, they peel people's stickers off. There we go. Flat Mike Alpha is officially in
Wyoming.
Well, I know Enterprise would probably not approve, but due to the lack of mounting locations on this car, I think that's gonna have to do. And we are ready to go to Yellowstone.
Woohoo!
Little sketchy there. What's the opposite of aeronautical decision making? What's car decision making called?
The hazardous attitudes.
We rented a car at the Jackson Hole Airport and checked into a wonderful little Airbnb not too far away, really enjoying Jackson Hole, exploring downtown Jackson Hole, and then taking the entire next day to drive over to Yellowstone National Park and enjoy the park. It was really nice to actually get a small break from flying and really spend some time on the ground exploring the local area and really seeing everything it had to offer, which was quite a bit.
You're gonna blow us out there trying to pass the Nobo!
Gotta pass the Nobo! There we go, we made it. We made it. Car's intact.
Montana.
Well, did you know we were going to Montana today, Steph?
No idea.
I didn't know. I thought we were going to somewhere in Wyoming, to Yellowstone. But apparently, to get to Yellowstone, you go to Montana first.
It's just in par with all of our flight planning.
Whoa, look at those clouds right there. Those are awesome. That is a really, really good day for us to be on the ground driving, not in the
Not
airplane.
flying.
Yeah, based on how those guys up there are looking, that would be a bit of a rough ride. They are pretty high. So down low, you could probably get below kind of in the wind shadow out of that nasty turbulence, but man, that would be wicked to fly through.
Well, we're coming into Yellowstone, and a lady at the counter was like, I thought she said, you know, there's a fee today, right? And she was super happy about it, and then she's like, I said it's fee free. But
For National Park Day.
Yeah, Park Week. But it reminded me of that FBO we got there, and the girl behind the counter, she had this huge smile on her face, and she was like, the crew car is broken. And I was like, oh, thanks.
And by broken, she meant the crew car was being used, and then it came back 10 minutes later after we had already ordered an Uber.
Yeah, and we had to pay the Uber fee. So,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thanks to the girl in Greeley, Colorado for that.
But it all made up for it today, coming into Yellowstone.
Because the important part is, we're in Yellowstone! Look at this! This is so freaking cool, and we're blocking the road, so we should probably go now. So other fun fact, we keep swapping places, either in front of or behind this other dude with this Jeep, who's doing a ton of vlogging and leaving GoPros on the side of the road to get the cool shots. Those epic, you know, like car driving by shots entering the park that we are too lazy really to get.
Which we should probably be doing.
Yeah, but it's just really funny that basically now, you know, there are more vloggers than there are regular people. Like, so soon, if you want to be the minority or the cool person, you'll just be the one without the camera. How are those private pilot navigation skills coming on, Stephanie?
Looking for where we are. The little thing's missing where it shows us where the airplane is.
It's not a smart map? It's not a,
It's missing something.
it's not georeferenced?
I don't know.
What the heck? How are we going to navigate without georeference maps?
I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah.
Like not growling at big dogs, you know?
Can you make friends, Sia? Can you make friends?
Hey. Now she's like being a little better about it. It's okay, see?
So we met Mark in Yellowstone here, and he is from the channel
Mark and Maya's Adventures.
Mark and Maya's Adventures, straight out of Australia, if you guys can't tell already. But Mark and Maya, right here,
Maya.
they are traveling pretty much
All over North America. So we've been right across Canada, 40 out of the 50 US states, dropped into Mexico for a day, and we're heading back to Australia in 2 weeks. You wouldn't be able to fly us, would you?
we need a little bit bigger fuel tanks before we can fly them.
Maybe 2 engines.
Yeah, maybe 2 engines too, just for a little safety margin there.
Keep us in the loop.
Yeah, absolutely. So tons of travel tips, especially pet-friendly travel tips from Mark and Maya, so definitely check them out on YouTube and
Instagram and Facebook mostly.
okay, Instagram and Facebook mostly. But yeah, it's just super cool to meet other vloggers, other people who walk around with, you know, cameras and fuzzy mics and look kind of silly.
And dogs.
Yeah, and other really cool children. So now I think our next stop's going to be Old Faithful, and we're going to see how high we can see up in the air when we put her on top of the geyser.
Aww.
And there's our first traffic jam at Yellowstone. A whole bunch of bison. Hey dude, what's up? Hey, have you subscribed to Flight Mike Alpha yet? It's really good, you should check it out. That's a lot of bison. Hey, have you checked out Flight Mike Alpha? No? What about you? Make sure you like and subscribe, man. It's really good stuff. You'll see yourself on YouTube. Okay, maybe we're just gonna roll up that window there a little bit. All right, you have a nice day. Definitely should have bought the insurance on the car. That was a huge mistake. I wonder how much it costs to get a horn scratch out of the side of your rental car. That could get a little expensive there probably. What do you think, Sia? Sia, you are not going to win that one. I would not growl at these guys.
The one lazy bum.
A straggler. All right, and he's coming right for us. What do we do? You're supposed to go to the right. You yield to the right, man. Don't you know the regs? All right, Yellowstone trivia of the day. Why are all the trees marked up like at their bases like that? Like 3 to 4 feet above the ground. They all seem to have markings on them. I don't know if it's from a snowplow or from animals.
I think it's animals.
But you can see they're all kind of chewed up right at the base, and it just seems to be the ones more so along the roadside. I kind of think it's from snowplows, but yeah, I don't know. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. So it started to rain, and what do you logically do when it starts to rain? You turn on the windshield wipers. I totally forgot I had fastened the camera to the windshield wipers. My bad. But it seems to be working still.
Okay, it's an Canyon Village over here.
So we've arrived to Biscuit Basin. We've elected not to get out of the car because we're both too hungry. Steph was wondering,
Where are the biscuits?
super impressed that the GoPro is actually staying on the windshield wiper as we're using the windshield wipers on our way to Old Faithful. Yeah, really didn't think that mount was quite that strong, but
Do it again. Do it again.
it makes Steph giggle every time the windshield wipers go.
Should wait till
We're getting close to Old Faithful. You see smoke and steam and interesting things like that. So I have no idea how much it actually costs, but good news is they do have fuel for everyone who fails to appropriately plan their fuel burn.
like us.
Hey, no, we planned it. We actually got a full tank gas at Driggs because we were kind of afraid of what kind of fuel options they'd have up here. But yeah, so for all the tourists who run out of gas, they do have fuel in the park. So judging by the fact that everyone's standing outside right now, no one's inside the museum thingy, maybe we should probably go outside. We found some more hot springs. Steph said she wanted to go for a swim.
I did go until I read that article about the guy that dissolved in the Grand Prismatic Springs.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer.
And take your shot.
Yeah.
Ask you a question.
Think this one's doable, Steph? You want to go for a swim?
I kind of do.
It looks super pretty. Yeah. According to Mark, he goes, you know, it's probably over 100 centigrade because, yeah, if it's bubbling, then you could probably guess that would be the temperature. So Steph was wondering how they got it right on the dot, like how they
amazing.
predicted it right at 5:18. And I think how it happened is the guy was like, well, I'm gonna lock the building at 5, and then, you know, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee, walk downstairs, I'm gonna press that little red button, it'll be about 5:18 when I press the button, and then it'll go off. And so that's exactly how they were able to predict it right at 5:18.
Plus or minus 10 minutes, but it wasn't even. It was like 5:18.
On the dot, and that's because, I mean, the guy was really good at predicting how long it would take him to lock the building, all the doors,
He had to check his Facebook,
check his
email,
Instagram. Yeah. And then walk downstairs and press the little red button that says squirt. we're getting close to where Steph wanted to go the absolute most, or at least fly over the most, but now we actually get to see it from the ground. Rainbow Lake, or also known as Grand Prismatic Spring. Grand Prismatic Spring! This is Steph's Rainbow Lake.
And I only know this because there's a sign, but you can't really see it. So we're gonna have to fly over it anyways.
Yeah, we will totally fly over it, and it's going to be absolutely amazing when we do. And the remains of someone's hat. Steph almost lost her hat like 5 times. Just so you know, Sia, if you bark at these things and they attack the car, it is 100% your fault. It's coming out of your doggy allowance, all right? You got it?
This is what happens when we find a place to land that's off airport.
Stephanie, that is so inappropriate. This is a family-friendly channel. Mammoth Hot Springs, pretty cool.
Really awesome.
According to the sign, it's a lot like Jupiter.
Well, they weren't very original when they were coming up with these names, huh?
I'm not totally sure what the secret to having a green grass is, but I can tell you it's definitely not that. Okay, so Yellowstone has been absolutely insane.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. It's a must-do. It has to be on your bucket list. Hopefully what you see in this video gives you some ideas of what to do while you're here. We'll put links and stuff that are pertinent to this trip down below, as far as kind of how we did it, car rental, what airport we used, all that sort of stuff.
And there's a lot that we missed because the roads were closed and things like that happened.
There's a lot more to see here. You could spend probably weeks in this park very easily and not get to see it all. But either way, this is as good a place as any to wrap up this episode. I don't know if you can see behind me, but that is Mammoth Hot Springs, and it is absolutely like another planet.
Zoom into that.
Yeah, it is really, really cool. So hopefully you guys enjoy tagging along with us to our little national park adventure here in Wyoming, Idaho, Montana.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Been very nice having you.
Totally. Been very gracious guests. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it 2 thumbs down. Or 4 works as well. Subscribe over maybe there, I think. If you haven't already, hit that little bell so you get notified of our other stops along this trip back up to Alaska here. Absolutely super cool trip, super amazing views, and I'm super tired, so I'm just rambling right now. So we'll see you guys in the next video on our way, well, actually flying over Yellowstone National Park in the airplane. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We easily could have spent so much more time in Yellowstone. There is so much to see and do, but with the days getting longer, Alaska getting closer, and it almost being the summer season, we still wanted to push on and keep making our way north to get home. So of course, we had to think about heading back to the airplane and continuing on the trip. but took a slight little detour on over towards Alpine and Afton, Wyoming to visit some great friends there. And we are looking forward to bringing you guys along on that flight adventure in the next episode. As always, you guys know what to do. If you cannot fly every day, then fly 8mikealpha.com, and we will see you guys on our way on over to Alpine and Afton, Wyoming.